All right, great. Welcome in the lesson number 3. I'm really happy that you made it so far. So you can see that our website is still not very good looking. So let's add some text and images. So how do we know where we should add the text? So let's just use Chrome to inspect an element like this. Click on this arrow and go here, select logo, and you can see that it's right here in the H1 tag. So to check this in the code, just go up here and you can see that this is the little fella right here. Okay, so let's open up Avocode and let's inspect this text layer. So by the way, just by double clicking on it, you can copy the text, go back and paste it like this. If you save it and go back to your code and refresh, you can see that it now says coffee bar. Okay, so let's see these items here. Okay, so it basically says that these items are in this div right here. So again, let's just check this in code. You can see that these are the menu navigation items, right? So we're going to take the text from Avocode just by double clicking. So about, paste it right here, then kettles goes here, shipping, contact goes right here, and one last thing is this order button. So that's, you can already see this is pretty straightforward, so you can see that this is this button right here. If you're not sure how to find out, again, just go here, select inspect element, click on this button, and you can see that this is this div with a class order button. So we have already changed pretty much everything in the navigation. So let's again save it, go back, refresh, and all the text is right here. So like this, we're gonna copy the rest of the text. Refresh the website. Okay, so you can see that all the text is correctly appearing here. Now let's add some images. Zoom in here a little bit and select, you can see that this logo is actually made of multiple paths. So you can either take the whole group like this, or you can just drag to select it. You can see it, we have selected 6 layers. Now hit export, and we're just gonna call it logo. And since it's a vector shape, we're gonna use an SVG. Right, export. Okay, by the way, we can see that it has been downloaded through our download folder. So we're gonna have to move the assets soon. Now let's export this kettle. So again, you can, just like with text, you can double click on it to export it. You can see it's already called kettle, as the layer is called kettle, and we're gonna use a PNG for this bitmap. So again, just hit export. Again, the asset is downloaded, and we have a few more assets right here. So let's see what happens when we multi-select all these layers at once. So you can see that it has selected 4 layers, which is counting also the layer group. So let's just select these 3. Now hit export. But we obviously don't want all these icons together. So you can uncheck merge layers, since each path is an individual layer. So, and when you click to rename these assets, you know, the preview is going to show you which asset is which. So let's just call this icon and Facebook. This one will be icon YT as YouTube, and this one is going to be icon Twitter, and we're gonna use SVG for all of them, right? Now hit export, and you can allow to download multiple files at once in order to get all of these icons downloaded in your folder. So we can close this right now, go to downloads, and let's take all these icons and move them to this folder. So all the image assets are currently in the same folder as our index.html file. This is correct. Okay, so now let's see what happens to our website. So even though when we refresh, nothing is happening. So let's simply go back to Visual Studio Code, and here you can see that the tag for the image source logo SVG is already there, but you know, it's commented out. So you can either get rid of these, and now when you save it and go back and hit refresh, the image is here. So now let's do this for the rest of the file. By the way, you can also press Shift Command / to uncomment it like this. Here you can take all these icons and do like this. Okay, hit save, go back to the browser, refresh, and all the images are here. All right, so that's pretty much it for this lesson, and up next we're gonna add some CSS to make this look as good as our original design.